Today's story is one that truly touched my heart. It's about a boy who was treated badly just because he was poor. In Brookhaven, where most people try to show off their houses, cars, and clothes, this kid stood out for all the wrong reasons. But what happened to him later? That will surprise you. Everything you are about to see is from a Roblox Brookhaven roleplay, but the emotions feel very real. Make sure to watch until the end because something powerful happens that turns everything around. And if you enjoy stories like this, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let us get into it. Starting with nothing in a rich town. There was a kid named Oliver who lived on the edge of Brookhaven. His house was tiny with cracked walls and barely any furniture inside. While others played with hoverboards and luxury cars, Oliver had a rusty old bike that squeaked with every pedal. The rich kids in the game wore limited edition outfits and flashy accessories. Oliver wore the same plain hoodie and jeans every day. He did not have Robux to spend, and it showed. Even his backpack looked old and worn out. In a place where everyone shows off what they have, Oliver had nothing to show. But that did not stop him from logging in every day and trying his best to enjoy the game. You could tell from his expressions that he wanted to fit in, but nobody really gave him a chance. The background music here should be soft, maybe a little sad. The camera can show the fancy houses of others compared to Oliver's small home. It helps you feel what he's feeling. Even though it is just a game, his story felt like it could happen in real life too. First day at school felt like a nightmare. Oliver was actually excited for his first day at Brookhaven School. He thought maybe he could make some friends or join a club. But from the moment he stepped into the classroom, the stares began. Some students whispered behind his back. Others laughed out loud when they saw his simple outfit. His shoes were mismatched and clearly not the brand names they were used to. One kid even pointed and said, "Did you get dressed in the dark?" The whole class burst out laughing. At lunchtime, he walked over to a table where a few boys were sitting. Before he could even sit down, one of them moved his tray and said the seat was taken. Every table he tried was the same. No one wanted him there. So he sat alone, slowly eating a sandwich that he probably packed himself. The cafeteria was full of noise and laughter, but his corner stayed quiet. He kept his head down the whole time. The game camera can zoom in on his face, showing his eyes looking sad. The animation could show him holding his lunch tightly, trying not to cry. That moment hurt. After school, he walked home slower than usual. Not because he was tired, but because his heart felt heavy. That day made him question if he even belonged in that school at all. The one person who actually cared. The next day felt just as lonely until something unexpected happened. During math class, Oliver dropped his pencil. Before he could bend down to get it, a quiet kid from the back of the room picked it up and handed it to him with a small smile. Her name was Emma. She did not wear fancy clothes or brag about her house. She just seemed nice. At lunch, she walked past the loud groups and sat right next to Oliver without saying much. She opened her lunchbox and asked if he wanted to share her extra fruit snack. They did not talk a lot that day, but it was the first time someone had treated him like a real friend. From then on, they sat together almost every day. Emma helped him during class when he got stuck and always waved when she saw him in the hallway. Honestly, seeing this moment reminded me of how powerful kindness can be in Roblox and in real life. One kind gesture can truly change someone's world. That simple act of sitting next to someone made all the difference for Oliver. Even though the rest of the school still laughed at him, he finally felt like he had someone on his side. When things got even worse, just when Oliver thought things might get better, everything took a turn for the worse. One day after school, he walked out to find his bike missing. It was not much to begin with, but it was his only way home. A few feet away, he found it in the bushes, completely bent and broken. The tires had been slashed and someone had written "loser" on the seat using red paint. A group of kids nearby were laughing and recording everything with their phones. Oliver stood there frozen, not knowing what to say. He looked around hoping someone would help, but no one stepped in. It was meant to embarrass him, and it worked. Everyone saw it happen, and no one stopped it. Back in the game, the lighting can be darker for the scene. Slower music can play in the background to show how much pain he felt. His character can lower his head and walk away silently. That night, Oliver sat in his room alone, thinking about quitting school and never logging into Brookhaven again. He started to believe the bullies were right, that he would never be good enough, and that no one really cared. Even for a Roblox story, this moment felt real. You could feel the weight of his sadness, and it was honestly hard to watch. A secret talent nobody knew about. While others slept peacefully at night, Oliver stayed up at his computer. His room was still quiet, with only the soft glow of his screen lighting up his face. What most people at school never knew was that Oliver had a talent, a real one. He loved building things in Roblox Studio. He did not need fancy tools or paid items. Just imagination, time, and hard work. Night after night, He would work on small maps, design little furniture, and learn how scripts worked. He made mistakes, sure, but he never gave up. It was like Roblox was his escape from the noise of real life. One evening, he finished a small town with working lights, animated doors, and detailed homes. It looked better than anything he had seen in public servers, and he did it all by himself, with no help, no Robux, and no fancy setup. What I love most about Roblox is how it gives every kid a chance to shine, no matter where they come from. You never know who's building the next masterpiece from a tiny bedroom. That talent was there all along. It just needed time and a little belief. And that is when something amazing happened. Everything changed after this contest. There was a big announcement at school. A Brookhaven creative contest was open to everyone. Students could build their own story, town, or game, and the winner would be featured on the school's Roblox club page. Most kids were excited. Some teamed up in groups, but Oliver said nothing. Quietly, he went home, logged into his account, and began polishing his best creation. He worked on the small details. He added custom signs, voice lines, and even made a working train that could take players around town. Every part of the map told a story, and it was a good one. When the deadline came, he submitted it under a simple username. No one at school knew it was him, not even Emma. He kept it to himself. He did not care about fame. He just wanted to try. A few days later, the school made the big announcement. The winning map was announced on the loudspeaker. Teachers clapped. Students crowded around the screens to see it. The moment Oliver's username popped up as the winner, silence hit the room. Everyone looked around. Whispers started, then someone said, "Wait, that is Oliver?" A few gasped. Emma clapped the loudest. Even the bullies looked shocked. He was not wearing cool shoes. He was not rich. But he had built something better than anyone else could. That day changed everything, from laughed at to looked up to. After the contest, everything felt different. The same kids who laughed at Oliver before now smiled when he walked by. Some even tried sitting with him at lunch. Others asked how he made his build and if he could teach them. Oliver stayed humble. He never bragged or showed off. Instead, he helped a few students build their first houses in Roblox Studio. He even started joining public servers again, this time helping new players who were still learning the basics. He remembered how it felt to be ignored and left out. That feeling never left his mind. So now he made sure no one around him had to feel that way again. I have seen this happen so many times in Brookhaven's stories. When people rise from nothing, it inspires everyone watching, including me. The best part is, Oliver did not change who he was. He just kept growing, kept helping, and showed everyone that being kind is just as powerful as being talented. What this story teaches us all. Oliver's journey is more than just a cool story. It teaches something really important. The amount of Robux you have or the size of your virtual house does not matter. What matters is how you treat others and what you choose to do with your skills. People may laugh at you for being different, but one day they might respect you for that same reason. Kindness, talent, and hard work always stand out even in a game. Try being that one kind person in your school or server, the one who notices someone sitting alone, the one who invites a new player into the game. That small moment might mean everything. Have you ever seen someone being left out in a game? What did you do? If you liked it, make sure to tap that like button and subscribe, and please feel free to share your story or thoughts in comments.